Okay, straight to cubicle 2, Tanya. Can you assist here, thank you?
I found her slumped at her desk and she couldn't breathe.
Okay, Julia, we're going to have to get you on the bed, all right? Thank you. Now, put her on 4 litres, thanks, Tanya. Just sit forward for me. Now, have you ever had breathing problems like this before? When did it start? This morning? Last night?
She never told me. The first I knew is when she was gasping for breath.
We can take it from here, Libby.
No, I can't go, not until I know what's wrong.
Just be in the way. Okay, just relax back. Relax. Now, your breathing will soon ease, and when I come back, we'll talk about what's going on, okay?
You heard the news?
What news?
Chris has hired a new senior consultant.
About time. The stress that man's been under trying to do it all himself.
Ingrid Campbell.
No way.
She's in the building.
Didn't she cause enough strife the first time round? Chris had to ask her back for more.
I think it's the stress that's done it. Losing Barry Walters has flipped him out.
Unless Ingrid has had an extreme personality makeover, turned into Dr. McReasonable.
Are you kidding? Took her all of about 30 seconds to have a go at me.
And I'm really in for it. And you won't be here to share the grief.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that.
Liar. You're turning cartwheels on the inside with little flashing lights on your shoes.
Doesn't mean I wish Ingrid on you. I wouldn't wish her on anybody.
At least you warned me, unlike Chris and Tony. But as they say, forewarned is forearmed. I can handle this.
Good luck.
And the surgeon's roster for the next 2 weeks?
Is this everybody?
They're all good people.
Oh, I'm sure. But there's not enough of them to cover the elective surgery schedule you've drawn up.
I told you it was tight.
It's beyond tight. It's ridiculous. No wonder you're expecting to fall short of your targets.
Oh, it's not that I expect you to, but I'll understand if it happens. So far, I've managed to keep up.
Well, from what I understand, you've been running yourself ragged, and it's obviously taken its toll.
None of us have a perfect outcome every time, Ingrid. If you're suggesting my standards are slipping...
Oh, no, of course not. I'm talking about self-care. Look, I push myself, okay? I'm famous for it. But even I would never contemplate a workload like this. It would do me in.
I badly need a break, I admit that.
And I'll need one as soon as you get back. Unless we get a locum consultant in to help me out.
Well, they're pretty thin on the ground. Why do you think I nabbed you as soon as I could?
But if I can find someone with the right skills and experience who's available for the next 2 weeks...
By all means, sign them up. But don't go getting your hopes up.
Julia's breathing much more easily and her oxygen sats are up. That's how Butamel's doing the trick then. Looks like it. Okay, let's take that mask off. There you go. You be feeling much better now?
Yeah, I am, thank you. I don't know what happened.
Well, you had an asthma attack.
Are you sure? I mean, I had asthma as a child up until I was about 11, but it was never like that.
Yeah, well, adult onset asthma can be much worse, and there's a definite wheeze in your chest.
It's not permanent, is it? It'll go away.
That's unlikely. But it can be controlled. I'll give you a script for some inhalers and talk through an asthma management plan with you. But first, I would like to see a chest x-ray just to rule out any undetected infection.
Is an x-ray really necessary?
Is there a problem?
Keen to get back to work, that's all.
Oh, well, I'm sure Libby can hold the fort for a bit longer. I'll get an orderly to take you to radiology.
I can take myself.
Oh, well, I'd rather an orderly took you.
No, I feel fine. I can find my way to x-ray. Give me the form.
Okay, well, I'd like to see you back here as soon as it's done, all right?
Thank you.
Oh, look at you, all dressed up.
I'm off for an interview. Just came to say lunch was off.
Pharmaceuticals job.
That's what I'm good at.
You're not supposed to be applying. If Scott's Spear find out,
They're not going to do anything. It'll cost them more in legal bills than it's worth. That's not that they think I'm a threat.
But you are. You've got all their confidential files.
Don't, babe. There's a time and a place.
Just worried about you.
Well, you shouldn't be. They have no idea what I walked out with. And besides, this kind of information sharing goes on all the time. It's how big business works.
Really?
Of course. My new employers will just have to be discreet, that's all. They know how it goes.
So you won't get into trouble? That's what you're telling me?
I won't get into trouble, but I'll be late if I don't get going. Wish me luck.
Luck. I love you.
So, looking for bar management work.
Well, as you can tell from my CV, I'm very experienced.
I bet you are. So what happened to being your own boss?
Well, I discovered it's hard to run your own business. I mean, it's time-consuming, stressful, and it messes up relationships. And after all that, you don't really earn much money.
Yeah. Tell me about it. This place kills me.
Well, sounds like you need some good help.
You're not wrong. It's the staff that do my head in. No loyalty.
Oh, well, you won't have that problem with me.
It's just what I wanted to hear. You got the job, Jay.
That's great.
Now, take the full course, right?
All pretty quiet in here.
Thanks to my excellent management skills, I hope you're impressed.
You're a hard act to follow, Potts. So what's news?
We have a suspected tib-fib fracture in cubicle 1. I'm waiting on x-rays and an orthopaedic consult. Chronic hypertension in cubicle 2.
Did Hui come in?
Yeah, she did.
Why didn't you say what was wrong with her?
She presented with asthma, but after a couple of salbutamol nebulizers, her peak flow increased threefold.
How did you follow through?
I sent her for a chest x-ray to rule out any underlying infection.
Where are her results?
They're not back yet, and neither's Hui. She must still be in radiology.
We didn't call to find out?
Well, no, we usually just wait for the pictures to come back.
Well, they should have hurried the boss through.
Okay, well, I'll give them a call.
No,
and
don't worry.
see
I'll do it. Yeah?
Oh, tea for me. You decided surgery's not for you.
I never said that.
You did say that you were going back to ED.
Yep.
Oh, I assume that was your chosen specialty. Or are you planning to float around forever?
I just want to keep my options open a little longer.
You don't want to end up a jack of all trades, master of none. Makes for a cruisier lifestyle, though.
All I'm after, Ingrid, it goes without saying.
Don't be so touchy. I just haven't seen signs of much ambition, that's all. Not that I'm saying necessarily that's a bad thing.
Aren't you?
I just think you need a little more fire in your belly. But we all need to know our limitations, set a manageable workload, which is why I'm pleased to have hired a locum consultant. We're very lucky to have her.
Yeah.
Dr. Jones.
Not. No way.
What?
For a minute there, I thought you'd hired Justine Jones.
Yes, I have.
No, that's not possible.
Oh, yes it is. The very same Justine Jones who cheated us out of the Medicorp contract and effectively shut down the plastics unit is about to go on the payroll.
Quite apart from our position, why would Justine ever want to come back here?
Medicorp's struggling. They're letting people go and she was one of the first.
How do you know that?
I've made some calls. She's been looking for work for the last month. No one's keen to take her on.
Except Ingrid.
Well, Ingrid doesn't care who Justine's shafted. All she sees is a highly skilled surgeon who's available immediately.
Well, there's no arguing with Justine's skills. But I'm damned if I'm having her back on the team. She must think I'm a schmuck for letting her get this far.
Unfortunately, Ingrid's digging her heels in. You said she could choose her own locum.
Yeah, anyone but Justine.
You didn't make that stipulation.
It never crossed my mind.
And now it's become a matter of principle. She offered her the job and she's refusing to rescind. If we push it, she might just walk.
All I wanted was 2 quiet weeks break.
They may have to go on hold, unless you can get Ingrid to change her mind, because I do not want Justine Jones back in this building.